Esperanza TV presents Taste and See. The story for today: a second chance.
My name is Jose Luis Schul Felipe. I'm originally from Guatemala, but I live in the city of New Orleans in the state of Louisiana. In 2013, my life was a constant race. I worked 7 days a week doing roofing, promising that when my daughter was born, I would stop working on Saturdays. I already knew about the Sabbath, but I still wasn't fully convinced, because I thought, I'm gonna have to stop working on Saturdays. And on top of that, I have to give tithes. I'm gonna lose twice as much. So I told myself, when my daughter is born, then I'll stop working on Saturdays. That promise, without me knowing it, was about to be fulfilled in an unimaginable way. And one day, I went to work like usual. We worked all day. When we finished working, everyone came down from the ladders. Because we work up on the roofs, we set up a ladder, and that's how we go up and down. And then after that, we had to carefully put the heavy ladder back into the truck. So my friend and I took it down, but that's the last thing I remember. It was that, with the ladder, we touched the power line, which carries 7,200 volts, and that was the shock I received. I don't remember anything. When I started to remember, it was about 3, I think, maybe 4 hours later. When I was already in the hospital, that's when I started to remember. And that's when I started to wake up and ask about my daughter. But then they told me she hadn't been born yet, that I was in the hospital because there had been an accident, that I had been electrocuted. God, in His wisdom, which is often hard to understand, stopped me from working on the Sabbath in a way I never would have chosen. The accident happened on April 20th, and my daughter was born on April 26th. So it was precisely the very last Saturday that I spent working, but it wasn't in the way I had originally wanted. Rather, it was the way that the Lord ultimately allowed it to happen. The doctors didn't believe I would survive. The burns were extremely severe. Well, I got burned pretty badly. I burned my hand, both hands, my chest, and both legs. I'm burned all the way up to here. I was in the hospital for 41 days. After that, I went back home and they scheduled my first surgery. They opened up my whole hand on both sides to put in tendons. Recovery was slow, painful, and I went 5 years without working. But miraculously, insurance covered my expenses for all those years. The insurance only gave me a small portion, not my full salary, just a small portion. But with God's blessing, that was enough to cover the household expenses every month, pay the rent, all of our monthly bills, and faithfully for tithes and offerings. At first, my salary was 3 or 4 times more than what the insurance was giving me at that time. And how is it possible that that money was enough for me when before working I had 3 or 4 times more, and I used to say it wouldn't be enough? I paid all my bills, I gave my offerings, and I also gave my tithes. And it was enough for me. Even though I have physical after effects today, I see God's blessing in preserving my life. He gave me a second chance, not just to live, but to truly live. Yes, as I was slowly recovering, I started going to church quite regularly. They would actually come pick me up because I still wasn't able to drive myself yet. After 5 years, once everything was settled, my case was closed, I went back to work. In fact, now I'm working. I still work in. I still do roofing, always, but now I work on my own. There's really nothing that limits me. The only thing I can't do with my hand is pick up something small, but there's nothing I can say I can't do. I can pretty much do everything. Todo. After my accident, my spirituality grew. I'm a deacon at the Hispanic Adventist Church in Kenner. I'm still working in roofing, but now every day is an opportunity to glorify God. I've learned a lot of things. Things go better with the Lord. You do better. In every aspect of life, the Lord has blessed us. Try it with the Lord. With the Lord, you'll never lose. The Lord has promised that if we are faithful to Him, He will open the windows of heaven. And I have personally experienced in my own life that it is absolutely true. With the Lord, everything is truly all gain. God preserved me, transformed me, and gave me a new purpose. Taste and see.
Now let us prepare to be faithful to God with our tithe and offerings.